Hi everyone, it's Andre here from Nari Warren Boot Camps. Coming up to Christmas time, I know that a lot of people have parties planned and work functions on, and it can be quite easy for you to lose sight of your health and fitness goals, especially if that goal is fat loss fat loss. So what can happen is that what I find around this time of the year is a lot of people will tend to make excuses and fall off the fitness bus, so to speak, and what will happen is they'll go from party to party or function to function and just say, oh, I'll make a New Year's resolution in January and get back on it from there. What I want to show you today is how you can actually use your work functions and parties that you have planned to produce better fat loss results. Using this technique will actually upregulate your metabolism, increase the amount of fat you lose just by sleeping or walking around, increase the speed at which you can repair muscle tissue after a workout, and also help you go for longer and harder during each workout. So before we get started and before I show you what I've got in front of me here, I just want to explain one key hormone that we want to be playing with when we do what we're about to do, and that hormone is called leptin. You may not have heard of leptin. Leptin is a relatively newly discovered hormone. It goes together with another one which I'll explain in another video called ghrelin. So basically, leptin, on paper, it seems like a wonder drug. Leptin, if you have increased levels of leptin, what leptin is responsible for is all those things that I mentioned before: increased fat loss, increased metabolism, increased energy, quicker repair time, increased protein synthesis, so your muscles will repair a lot quicker, and just better functioning overall, better sleep. So really, on paper, it sounds like a wonder drug. The problem with leptin is that, as with any hormone, too much of it, if too much of it is released into the body, your body will become desensitized to the effects of that hormone. So this is one of the things that they're finding now with people who suffer from obesity, that it isn't the fact that they have a leptin deficiency. There's too much leptin in the body, and the body has down-regulated the function of leptin over time. So what we want to do, I'll just explain real quickly. Before you have any party or before you have any work function going on, it takes a bit of planning. 7 days, or this is all you have to do the week before. 7 days before you go to this particular party or work function, just go low carb. So reduce or eliminate as much as possible the amount of carbohydrates you're consuming. Veggies and all that sort of stuff you can still, of course, consume, but you want to go for more your leafy greens and other sort of green vegetables in that category, and not so much your potatoes and corns and all that sort of stuff, your wheats especially, okay? So what happens is, over that 7-day period, you'll deplete your what's called glycogen, so your blood sugar, you'll deplete all that. Your leptin levels will actually drop, so that when you do go to this particular party and you start eating who knows what, it can be, well, really anything, what happens is that that'll spike your leptin levels back up. Also, there'll be some other effects of hormones such as insulin, which will promote muscle growth, promote repair, and promote or increase your metabolism and increase your fat loss. Okay, so there's the amount of carbs you should eat on these days at these particular parties varies from person to person. But basically, if you do go low carb for that 7-day period, then go to this particular party, wake up in the morning, you should feel pretty good, you should sleep pretty good, and actually noticeably look a little bit leaner in the mirror in the morning as well. If you wake up and you feel pretty shitty, then you've probably eaten way too much. Okay, so there's a a bit of a play around figure that you should be looking at as well. There's no one, like let's say 100 grams or 200 grams or 500 grams that fits everyone. You really got to experiment a little bit with your body. So let's get into it. Let's just have a look at what I've got. So I've been going low carb now for 7 days, and I've just come back from the gym. As you can tell, I'm pretty hyped up. So basically, what I'm refeeding myself and what I'm about to pump up my leptin levels and increase my insulin levels with is, if you look down, I'm kind of ashamed to show you this, there's some Fruit Loops here and a pecan custard pie. Cool. I probably won't go through all of it. I'll just go through as much as I feel comfortable with, and once I'm done, pretty much after that, I'm done. So there's no reason. Well, the difference between a lot overdoing it is if you just kind of keep going and going and going and going and going and going and use it as a bit of an excuse to pig out quite a lot. For some people that can work, depending on the amount of body fat you're starting with. But if you kind of hold yourself back a little bit, but don't be afraid to enjoy yourself. That's the key here. So basically that's it. That's how you can use your parties and work functions to keep you losing fat more effectively over the Christmas season. So let's get stuck in.